Hi everybody, I am Callie. I am 29 years old from Lawrenceville, Georgia, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about my journey to becoming a Beachbody coach and how I found Beachbody. Um, I'm a relatively new coach. I've been a coach for about going into my 5th month now. Um, and a little bit about me, I am a below the knee amputee. I was born missing bones in my legs, my fibula, and all my foot and ankle bone in my right leg. Um, where I was physically when I started Beachbody, though, was not a result of my leg. It was a result of what brings a lot of people to Beachbody: health, laziness, falling into bad habits. I grew up, I played soccer and track. My leg was never an excuse with my family for me not to push through and to try anything I wanted to try. My parents really encouraged me to give it my all in whatever I did and that I could succeed. I probably never, they understood and they made me aware that, me being an on-point dancer or a tap dancer or a gymnast probably were not in my future, not professionally, but to give it my best and just see where things went. In high school, I tore up my knee really bad, and I was training for Paralympics at that point, and that really kind of started my derailment. I saw a dream that I'd had since childhood just gone in an instant. And that was the start of things getting bad for me. I went to college, and I had no accountability whatsoever. I went from being at home with my parents and having my dad make my lunches every day, and my mom, encouraging me to eat healthy, to having money to buy what I wanted to buy and eating hamburgers and pizza and French fries and whatever I wanted to do. I wasn't in daily exercise, but I still had the eating habits and the hunger of a competitive athlete. My body image, even before I started gaining weight, was not a good one. Even at a size 8, I thought I was fat. So when I started gaining weight, I didn't really realize it right away because I was already fat in my mind. So it took a while. It took me getting really overweight for me to realize that I was. Met my husband in college. I got married, had 2 beautiful little girls who are now 4 and 2. I had C-sections with both of them. So 2 under 2 with C-sections, my body really didn't have any time to heal. Before both of my girls, I've suffered from PCOS since my teenage years. So along with the pain and fatigue and depression that can come with that, when we started trying to have babies, it was hard. We had 5 early term losses before our first daughter. And every time I would have one of those, I would fall on what I knew. I'm a product of the South and comfort food. And, I grew up thinking that food made you feel better. So I would eat. I would turn to food. I would turn to the stuff that I liked. I would turn to chocolate and French fries and soda. And I would just eat my emotions away. It was not a pretty picture. About a year and a half ago, my own coach, Renee, started inviting me to her challenge groups. I'd been watching her transform her life and her body and had been really impressed with that, but I still wasn't convinced that it was for me. But over time, as I saw that the changes were not just physical, that I saw her changing and really blossoming and becoming the kind of mom and wife and woman that I wanted to be, my interest was piqued. I still was concerned about the financial aspects of things, but I had interest. And then I had a moment. We kind of all have a moment that drives us to take that step, to make that leap of faith and do something. For me, I was with my kids at a play place, and when I went to go down the slide with my littlest one, I got stuck. It was absolutely mortifying. Not really anybody saw, but I knew that this had happened. I knew that my hips were too wide to fit down that slide. And I was horrified. I was upset. We left, and I sat in my car and cried, and I called my husband, and I called Renee, And I was a mess. I was so depressed, so upset, and I was determined in that moment to make the changes I needed to make. So I went home and I talked to my husband some more. He had been unemployed for a while at this point, so the thought of spending, $100+ on something just for me was not something I thought we could do. But we sat there and we crunched the numbers and said, you know what? $4 a day on something that will make me a better wife, a better mother, and a happier me. We would make it happen. We would make it work. So we did. I called Renee and I ordered my 21-day fix and decided, you know what? She'd been telling me the whole time that she thought I could coach too. So you know what? It's free when you buy your challenge pack. Jump right in with 2 feet and get going as a coach. And I haven't looked back since then. I love it. 4 months in and I've lost 30 pounds. I can happily slide down those slides with my kids now. I can play with them all day. I have more energy. My PCOS has actually drastically improved. For the first time in my life, I have a regular cycle. And I don't have the fatigue that comes with it has been reined in massively. There are still days that are hard, but for the most part, I can get up and do what I have to do. The accountability groups are one of the keys to Beachbody as both a challenger and a coach. For me, they've encouraged me to not only set an example in what I'm doing physically and nutritionally, but to really follow the keys that I'm presenting to others, to make sure that I'm prioritizing my day, making sure that I have a place on that priority list. And that's something that I credit Beachbody with, When I signed up, I was a disorganized mess. And you'd think that adding in a home business would just, add to the chaos. But actually, my family is so much better since I signed on. My house is in better order. My kids are on a better schedule. I'm on a better schedule. I'm feeding my family healthy meals every day. And we're all happier for it. Renee and Devin and Amber are really role models for all of us, for the kind of mom and woman and wife that I want to be. The daily encouragement from my own coaches and from the team of coaches on Team Fit Revival, it keeps you going, and it helps you on those tough days. It gives you ideas. It gives you, you become a family, and you really, you succeed with each of them, and you celebrate with each of them. On top of the physical changes that have happened in my life, and on top of the emotional and energy changes, Beachbody has also had a financial impact on my family. What started as me going, how am I going to spend $100, has now come to, I have brought in income for my family every week since signing on. Being a coach not only covers my cost of Shakeology for myself, but it has allowed us some breathing room. We had blown through all of our savings while my husband was out of work, and the last 4 months of being a coach have really allowed us some space, allowed us to make sure that our bills were paid on time. And I just see my business growing, and the impact that I'm able to make on my family financially continue to grow. And that is a wonderful feeling. To be able to be home with my kids and do what I need to do, but to also be financially contributing, definitely makes me and my self-worth grow. When I joined, it was right around the time that everybody was getting really excited about Summit. And I knew I wanted to go, but I just didn't see how I could make that happen for us. For me, it was just the financial commitment was just going to all add up to too much. But I'm very goal-oriented, and Beachbody has a program called Success Starter. And if you earn Success Club, either 5 or 10, for the first 3 months as a coach, then they give you your ticket to Summit. It's a $300 value for all of the seminars and workouts and meeting the trainers and all the education that you can get from that. And I did it, and I'm so excited. And I am heading out to Vegas in just a couple weeks with my coach and with Amber and with some of the other coaches, and I just can't wait. I can't impress upon you how much Beachbody has changed who I am, how much it's encouraging me to grow and become a better mom, a better wife, a better me. And I'm so thankful for the opportunities that have been given to me and for all that it's done for my life. So hope you have a great day. God bless.